Hey guys, I'd like to come back at it with another hero deck profile. I tried filming this before, but apparently the battery went out, so thought I'd give it another go. So this is my hero deck profile for October. It's changed a bit. Instead of the big change, actually, instead of going second, I've actually decided to go first, and I decided upon that because of the meta right now. So there are a lot of decks right now that hand loop, and they also check your hands and see what you're playing and all, and then just rip cards out of your hands. So it's just like there's no point of like kind of going for the second, like blind second strategy anymore because your opponent's gonna rip these cards out of your hand anyways. So what the hell's the point? So might as well go first, establish a board, and what you call hope for the best. And I've done actually pretty well against a lot of my opponents since I've transitioned from going to first. Like 80% of the locals I do go to, I go X1. I do really well against the top decks. So, I guess I'm doing something right. So I always strongly urge to my hero brethren, like the deck is still really good. I know a lot of people on the hero duelist board, they kind of talk shit about it sometimes, or just jokingly just kind of say like, oh, it just dies to like Raigeki and all that shit. But like, yeah, try that shit on me. Honestly, that's not gonna work. Yeah, so let's just get to the hero deck profile. We'll go through the main deck, and then we'll go through extra inside like we always do. So if you've been following my hero deck profiles, you'll probably realize that, okay, two Stratos, you probably know this by now. This is the hill I'm gonna die on, and I don't know, call me crazy, but this works for me for some reason, and I don't miss the third one, and I find that the deck is still plenty consistent enough to play with just two, and you have so many searchers, and in order to incorporate my text and the optimal deck count, I still just need to play two. So that just works for me. I know a lot of people say like, oh, you play three, nothing less. Man, play against the killers and my locals and see how that flies. Like three Stratos is not going to be enough. You got to play some other shit in your hero decks in order to get through those killers and those top decks and stuff. So yeah, three Stratos is not just the be all and end all for hero decks. I do perfectly, if not even probably even better with two. So we'll just leave that at that. I play one Liquid Soldier. Yeah, this is one thing I do agree with a lot of hero players. They play one. I tried to, and the second one never comes up really. And it's nice for grind, I guess, but we're in such a fast format right now. Like you pretty much live and die in 2 turns at most. Because with like crazy stupid shit like Numerons, stupid Hulk, Link Cross combos, Dragoons, that you're not gonna last that long, and hope to draw your second one. So you just need the one to resolve for your Sunrise combo or your Fusion Destiny Dark Law combo. So it's just there's no point of having the second one. It just clogs up space, and you could have that space that's more valuable for like a hand trap or something. A nice neat little tech that'll do well against your opponents. So I play one miss. So I've been playing this for actually a while now, for like a couple months, and to be honest, don't miss the second one. I dump lots of other things in my deck, and yeah, I found that two miss actually kind of clogged me a lot of times. Like actually seeing two miss and not resolving the second one is just like a lot of the times. Like I find like I'm mostly resolving just at once, and then maybe using liquid to resolve it in the grind to get it from the grave and get another mass change. But never really did I use two that often. Like unless I bricked with it or something, or just kind of like it was a weird kind of situation. I find that one is perfectly more than enough, and I'm not missing the second one. One Honest Neos, standard. You only need one. Two is bricky, and most of the time you only need to resolve it once anyways. So Vision Hero Engine, so 3 Forest, 2 Increase, 2 Vion, standard. Nothing to change over there. I know some people tried to play 1 Increase for a bit, didn't work for me at all. To be honest, I kind of bricked my engine a lot, and that usually led to me losing a lot of my duels, even though I did have lots of techs in my deck. So it's not worth the headache. Just play with what works. Try to cut other things to work around. This is the staple engine in your deck. You don't want to mess with it. Play 2 Mali. So yeah, unfortunately it's still at 2, but still like that doesn't hurt my deck, and I'll show that to you later. 1 Celestial. I know a lot of people like to try the other ones, Draw Hand and Decider, but to be honest, Celestial is still best boy for me, and I do resolve it a lot. Like, I think it's because I play different ratios in my deck, so like literally probably 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 duels I have, I always resolve it. Like, I always resolve it in one of the matches I have, so it's just, yeah, it works for me. I don't know, like it's just you have to debrick your hand fast, and I don't really have that much bricks in my deck, so it's just kind of works for me. So, and also he has a better on field effect than those other guys as well too. Like popping back row, like face up back row, that can be annoying for us. So like people that play Moon Mirror Shield or stupid weird equips or face up field spells, like you have Celestial to take care of that. So play Dynatag. Dynatag is a good dude. Like he kind of protects you from getting OTK'd from access code talker, and just kind of like saved my life more than I like to admit. And to be honest, if it's in my hand, I know that I'm gonna get bodied. I just kind of go in my increased combo, dump the mist, and then like add the Dynatag, and then just like my opponent tries to swing, I just kind of like protect myself and stuff. So it's definitely done really really well for me in a lot of duels. And he also boosts up your dystopia, which is the thing. So one plasma, in my opinion, is probably just as good as Darklight in this format, because that could have been argued in other formats, but 3 of the top decks, I find that plasma shuts down equally, if not better, actually, than Darklaw. So like plasma does really well against Invoke Dogmatica, because unless they have the Fleur in hand, then that kind of sucks. But if they have it, they have it. But when they go in there and Clasia stuff, but against Infernobles, Plasma Rex, and also against Rocket Link, Plasma does really really well as well too. So yeah, Plasma is really really good. It's a walking skill drain, gets big, and then most of the time you have Honest Neos. If your opponent doesn't have anything to out Plasma against and you're playing those decks, or even other decks as well too, like chances are you're gonna win the duel. And I also have protection in my deck for Plasma and Dark Claw and stuff, so I don't worry about Raigeki and Dark Hole like a lot of people do. One of Dusted Gold. Dusted Gold is one is all you need. I know a lot of people were saying before that, oh, you didn't need it, it's a money card, it's kind of like just kind of beating a dead horse. Nope, you do need it, and you need it a lot against a lot of cards in the meta, especially Dragoon. Like, it gets out your Bane on the field, and if you get it on the field, Dragoon can't pop your Bane, so they'll try. You'd be surprised. I think, personally, Dragoon makes a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players stupid, because, it's just kind of like, they know it's a broken card, so they just don't bother, oh yeah, I'm just going to run over everything, because this is a fucking win con for me. Like, nope. Dragoon, you can't just use blindly all the time. Like, heroes have a lot of outs to Dragoon. Like, we can, bait and then go normal Stratos, Honest Neos, beat over it, and then just kind of like do other stuff and go, or Trinity, beat over it. Resolve Bane, just crash and then beat over it. So it's just like, nope. Like, you have to think when you're playing against heroes, even when they have Dragoon on the field. Dragoon might stop a lot of other decks like Altergeist and all that, but like for heroes, no. Like, we do have options for that, so just don't submit too early. That's all I'm saying. I also play Necrom and Prodigy, so this is my 3rd Mali. This, when it's in the grave and banishes, it specials this dude from deck and hand. So it works in my Fusion Destiny combos. Like, for instance, Dangerous is a +3 in my deck. On a lot of times I put Mali and this dude in there. Like, I go +3 and then you just pop off on my opponent. So yeah, like, really, really good card. And that's my 3rd Mali. And a lot of people are missing like 3 Mally, but to be honest, I don't miss it at all. If anything, this kind of works out pretty well too, because I've dumped him so many times. You know, you dump him with Liquid Soldier effect. You know, when you draw 2, discard 1. You can discard that. Forest, discard that with that. Yeah, just polying it and just getting in the grave. There's so many ways to get in the grave. Like Bion, like so many ways, and it's really really good. This is not a brick when it's in your hand. You can have a free special, and you have material for plasma or like just fusion material or just like for link plays. So yeah, I don't know why more people aren't playing this. It's actually pretty good, and yeah, that's my take on that. I play 2 Ash because I find that's, you know, still one of the most good generic hand traps. Hits a lot of the meta, you know, hits Nadir Servant, hits, you know, what else does it hit? It hits, Red Eyes Fusion. They can't use that when you use this. So, unfortunately, it doesn't do anything against Verte Anaconda, but, you know, we have other cards on our deck and our side to combat that as well, too. So, yeah. So, we played 3 Mass Change, standard. You know, this is a hero deck. You have to play your mass heroes. 3 Fusion Destiny. I'm like Chris from Rogue Hero. Like, I'm a strong, strong supporter of Fusion Destiny. To be honest, like, probably more so than him, because I actually play a bigger engine. I play also, like, another Fusion, Destiny Fusion that not a lot of people play in my extra decks. So, definitely Fusion Destiny does so much for me. Like, Fusion Destiny is a 1 card Darklaw, 1 card Plasma, 1 card Trinity, 1 card OTK. You know, it's just with Bane and like Dread Decimator and stuff. Just does so so many things. With 1 card, it's a 1 card Plasma Dystopia, which not a lot of people do. That's my spicy tech, and like people at my locals, other hero players, they get fucking amazed when they see that shit because I actually dominate people with that. So yeah, more people should do that as well too, because, you know, they cry about Plasma and Darklaw dying by Regeki, Bigfoot effect, you know, stupid shit like that. You know, that does not bother me at all. You know, I just use that, and I resolve Dystopia a lot as well too. This and a hero, that's all you need. This and a mass change, that's all you need for Darklaw and Dystopia as well too. So it's like your own Mystic Mind. They can't do anything. So unless they draw hard outs like Imperm or droplets or something. So yeah, droplets doesn't even do anything against heroes really. That's another thing. Like when you have Darklaw on the field, like when you trigger and standby, like they can't resolve droplets on you. So yeah, Darklaw still cucking the format like I normally does. I played 2 Ecalls and 1 Rhoda. So yeah, I to be honest, I was playing 3 and 1 for a bit, and then 1 Rhoda. But I just find like you just need 3 searchers because you play another 1, 2 hero lives. So, and then you have so many other ways of searching. You have your Mist, your Stratoses. I just find the deck is still consistent enough, and you're not going to beat these top decks with consistent. You're going to beat them with techs. That's what I believe. And the deck has still plenty enough consistency how I play it, and has enough text to overcome them as well. Play 1 Miracle, 1 Poly, and 1 Dark Calling. As you could probably know as well too, my deck's kind of really blinged out as well too. I play 1 LOB first Poly. I play Miracle, Ulti, Dark Calling, Rare. You know, I wish that there was a foil for that, but maybe soon Konami's going to make one. 2 Forbidden Droplets. Really, really good card. Even when you're going second and you lose a die roll, you can still use it a lot of the times. And then also, going first, you can just set it. So it's just like, in my opinion, it's better than Dark Ruler No More. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that too, because, you know, with these stupid infernal like hand loop decks where it just wrecks your hand, you have all these awesome board breaking cards that you can't resolve or don't have grave effects. Like, it's just they just stick in your hand. And whereas when you're going first with droplets, you can just actually do shit. So I played 2 Cyclones. So I was playing 2 Lightning Storms before, but since I'm going first, I decided to play Cosmic because it is an interruption, and also yeah, it stops mine. You know, like this deck. If I didn't play this, I'd probably auto lose to mine and have to scoop and then angrily side and then beat them and then yell at them for wasting my time for playing as such a shitty deck. And then two Imperms because Imperms is still good. You have it for the Verte Anaconda, hits a lot of other decks, so and it doesn't trigger tactical talents, so that's kind of good too. So we're gonna go through the extra deck. So I'm pretty sure things haven't changed for me a bit. Two nice ulti Dark Claws as usual. Nothing different about that. Play one Master Acid. I got this fairly new. I have a translation with this as well too. So, but I'm playing this in extra deck sleeves. So, a lot of my players that I play with against at my locals, they don't give a shit, and they shouldn't. If they do, they're bitch made. So, and it's nice and pretty with the foiling as well too. So that's why I like it. And then play Absolute Zero, you know, standard Ab Zero Acid combo. Liquid Sunriser. Sunriser is really good. You know, the boy Bane, you know, big body, one card red Geki on your turn, and then like can't be destroyed by card effects or battle. He's a problem, and he stands toe to toe with Dragoons, so fuck that card. I play Dystopia, Dangerous. These guys both come up. You probably see them in every single hero deck profile, but I also play Dystopia because he's so easy to actually turbo. It's so easy. Just like most of the time it says Dangerous and one other Destiny hero, so which is usually Mali. And with this deck and the way I play it, it's just so easy to do it. I have so many extenders to get it out, and this and Plasma, this and Dark Claw is usually games, so that's what I like about that. Play one Trinity because Trinity and Droplets is really good too, and all you need really is just to resolve Droplets and then one Vion, and you can usually just go into Trinity and go for a game. Two Cross Crusader, it's pretty standard, you know. You still grind enough and play enough to actually resolve two, and they do come up a lot. And then one Dread. Dread still comes up a lot for me too, especially against. It came up against me in my Dogmatica matchup a lot because, you know, they like to sit and just stay in defense mode and try to like draw some stuff after and try to like stall the games a lot. So you just keep on beating over them and do piercing on them. So that's what I like about that. And then one Wonder Driver, he comes up a lot in my decks, my games as well too for grind. And just like if my in games where I have to like resolve mass change, I just kind of like go into Forest and just use him and just kind of like put Mali underneath him and get my mass change back again. So, yep. And then for the side, so the side's changed quite a bit actually since I've seen you guys last time. So these is still standard for me. Exchange, it's my nice little spicy tech that I've been playing for a while. Wins me games. Some people say it's neg 2. I say it wins me games. So fuck you and you're like neg 2 and shit. So like it's just it wins me games. Like I get to get the Nibiru out of their hand, which shits on this deck. I get to get, you know, Dark Ruler no more, Droplets, whatever. Like maybe even like their one card starters that there's only one of, like Gazelles and stuff. So I resolve this a lot of times, and if I have a good decent enough hand, which 90% of the time I do, I win. And you know, I just set all the cards that I need, my searchers, and then they resolve this, and then they can take the shitty brick in my hand, which is usually like an increase or something I can't do anything with. So really, really good card in my deck and nice and spicy. Until Cross Out Designator comes out, which who knows when will. But till then, Exchange is a solid tech card in my deck. And this is kind of new. So I play the Gamma package. And as you can kind of see, like it's the collector rares as well too. So yeah, I like to bling out my decks because I love my hero deck, and my hero deck only deserves the best cards. So definitely, they cost a pretty penny, but definitely worth it, in my opinion, and definitely wins games against Infernobles, Rocket Links. If you use this against the Romulus, I think use this against Isolde, well, chances are you're gonna win the game. Still play two Ghost Ogres. Ghost Ogre is really good in this format too. You use that against Isolde, and a lot of times they can't really recover unless they have some like God tier extender or something, or the busted hand. But most of the time, that usually wins you games. That's also really good against Romulus as well too. So I think I'm pretty sure Gamma and Ogre are probably some of the best hand traps of this format. Probably the best actually. And play two Lightning Storms. Lightning Storms are always good for going second, just in case you don't know what your opponent's going to be playing. So I usually side those in as well too. And then just kind of one-ofs. Play the third Cosmic, just in case I'm playing against stupid back row. One Harpy Duster, because it's off the ban list, so might as well. One Droplets, the third one I mean, just in case I need it, and one Red Reboot, just in case I'm playing against Eldritch or some Altergeist or Guru or something. So that was the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll keep coming with that content as well too. So yeah, just don't give up on the deck. The deck is still great. Just switch up your game, and trust me, it's not worth selling. It's hero deck is the deck I'm going to be playing till I stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which is not going to be anytime soon. So anyways, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, I guess.